February 20, 2021. In dreams, I saw a very large factory with a lot of activity inside the sea. This one was working at full steam, and many in it. Everyone was amazed that such a large factory was working perfectly and praised it. Soon, an explosion arose in it, and another, to the point that it exploded like a volcano, and all that great factory of gigantic tubes in some places disappeared before the explosion, and all those who worked there died. That scene was very frightening and sad. After this, people could be heard saying, "How horrible, how sad! How could this happen, if that plant was so safe?" The smoke rose to the clouds, and many ran for their lives because they feared the effects of said cloud. The scene changed, and I saw a man talking to a group of people, and no one was paying attention to this. And I saw him withdraw and climb a hill, and from there look with great sadness at those he had spoken to, and they paid no attention to him. Then I didn't see him anymore, and the next scene passed before me where many were walking behind a funeral coffin, and the lid of said coffin was transparent. As it passed in front of me, I looked and saw the man who was preaching, and to whom no one paid any attention. So I saw many who, seeing this, cried and said, "How sad, he died. If I had known that after his preaching he would not live, I would have embraced him and paid attention. Now it's too late." The scene changed, and I saw how, on a rural street, a heavy equipment machine was traveling. This removed rubble as it passed and deposited it in that designated place. I saw that they were also demolishing things that were already very old, and their mission was not to leave any. The scene changed, and soon I was transferred into one of those houses, and I saw a woman and several people listening to what she was saying. She exclaimed, "This has cost me a lot, and I will not deliver it with my work inside. Help me take everything out and break it, and dirty everything clean, and damage everything painted." So I saw that everyone executed this order. When I saw that those from the heavy machinery arrived and shouted to those who were inside to come out, but these were delaying. They were there fulfilling the woman's order. I heard them all say, "Get out, get out." Those of the machinery also warned for the second time, but this did not come out, and so for the third time. And when no one responded to the call, the heavy equipment began its work and began to tear everything down, and then the structure collapsed, and I did not see them anymore. So I saw myself walking along a path of leafy trees, and near each tree there were people resting under its shade. These looked tired, as if they had just come from a long journey. There, one of them said to the other, "We finally arrived at a quiet place. We couldn't bring much, but we have peace. Thank God we were able to flee from the destruction of the big city." Yet another responded, "And now, what are we going to do? Don't we only have a bundle with things, and the food is until tomorrow?" And another replied, "Let's go see what the trees have, if there is fruit on them." So they went and found fruit in an orchard of trees, and there a man among them, who from what I saw was the guard. Those, the people who arrived hungry, said, "Please, can we have some fruit to eat?" The guard told them, "Only one of each tree, and then plant your own." Some thanked, others murmured. They exclaimed, "And why should we go plant when there are so many leafy fruit trees here?" The guard replied, "Each one has its owner, who tilled the land, planted it, put the seed there, took care of it, fertilized it, watered it, weeded it, and so was their care until they grew and bore fruits. And now they rest tranquil. This is how everyone who wants to have tranquility in the future should be. They looked at each other, and I saw that 3/4 of them returned to the trouble from which they had come from, and 1/4 passed to the place where they should sow. They were promised twice a day fruit from a tree, while theirs bore fruit. And so happy and diligent I saw them taking care of their planting place in expectation of such desired fruit. There I woke up. Oh, beloved, wonders of wonders are reserved for all those who dutifully obey the directions of the teacher. God grants that we all not be only hearers but doers of the word of the eternal. May the Lord bless us.